Just think of it as a hairy recliner. Oh, thanks a lot, you're beautiful. Except you, lady, you're a freaking schnauzer in pumps. I'm serious, is that your face or did your butt open a branch office? Oh, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Thank you, ladies and jerks. Hey, we got a guy up next. I'm looking at him now, and that reminds me, my doctor needs a stool sample. Oh, fake an orgasm for Iggy Catalpa.
That wasn't very nice.
Hey, I'll cry tomorrow. You know, I never seen glasses on a turd before. Oh!
Thank you. I'm Iggy Catalpa. I was checking my wallet like I forgot. So I'm very happy to be here. But then I'm happy to be here. I mean, anywhere. I'm happy to be anywhere. I hope none of you were offended by Mr. Roulette. He just forgets that, well, sometimes you can hurt people, and the best laughter comes from good, clean, inoffensive fun.
You suck!
You'll regret that when you, think better of it. Oh, sorry to be so harsh. So this medical caregiver of indeterminate gender, because nurses can be male or female, says to his or her disabled, or should I say differently abled patient, why do you have a penguin on your head? They're endangered. Ha! Ha ha!
Drop dead, Geekenstein!
I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. Hey, don't do that, please. Gee, I'd give anything if I could make an audience laugh.
Talk about an outrage! My life insurance is canceled! Why would they drop me?
Could it be because you attempted to defraud them 10 times last month by falsely reporting your own death?
Don't guess at things you can't be sure of! There's good news, though. I may have found an answer. Life is cheap.
Tell me about it. Just last week I was in a bar talking to a white slaver and...
No. Life is Cheap Insurance Company. This was on my doorstep. Listen. Complete and mail the enclosed do-it-yourself physical to qualify for the most easy-to-afford and erratic life insurance available. Beats the heck out of some quack charging me through the bill just to grope a bunch of places I don't even touch. Hardly ever. Says I need another person's help, though. Someone with at least a minimal amount of medical knowledge.
I graduated with honors from the Universidad de Medicino in Peru.
But you're the son of poor Okie mountain pigs. How'd you afford med school?
2 words. Vivisection volunteer. Sure, it hurt, but I'm told as a result of banging me on the head with a large hammer and then slicing open my stomach and digging around in my insides, they were able to rule out 2 theories on why fat people perspire.
Worthy cause. So, shall we get on with it?
Bend over, grab the desk, and grit your teeth.
Wait a minute. Does it say we have to do this?
Never mind. It appears that you suffer from high blood pressure induced by stress.
High blood pressure? Induced by stress? That's terrible news! I hate getting terrible news! I hate it!
It says here, in case of stress-induced high blood pressure, take enclosed pill. Then relax, kick your webs up, and have a few laughs.
A few laughs. Yeah, if only there was something to bring a few laughs into my life.
Mr. Duckman, 4 comedians here to see you.
If only there was something to bring a few busty, leather-clad, thrill-seeking ex-nuns into my life.
It was worth a shot.
Hey, yo, Confed! Look! My 4 favorite comedians and one of their marginally talented husbands. What are you doing here?
That's the second time I heard that today. The first was when I woke up in bed next to my wife.
I don't believe it. Carney, this is Roulette.
How you doing? You remind me of a chick I once porked. Oh!
I love it. He offends everyone. This is Dennis Schanberg. He finds humor in everyday lives.
Why do they call it porking? I mean, when pigs do it, do they call it peopling?
Get it? It's funny because it's obvious. This is Roxanne and her husband. What's his name?
John, how you do?
See, John, I told you men were pigs.
She's right, Corny. When you think about it, we all are pigs. And this is Marvin. He played the street-smart yet non-threatening black surgeon married to a corporate lawyer living in Beverly Hills with his garbage man father and overweight mother on the sitcom Ain't Life a Bitch.
What up? Look, white skin, black skin, pig skin, we all after the same thing. Making bacon.
So true.
We need you to solve a case for us.
Us? Solve a case? That's a good one. Boy, that's absurd. That's really... Oh. You're serious? Well, then you've come to the right duck. Who's the pile you want me to scoop up?
Iggy Catalpa, comedian. He's stealing our audience.
Huh?
He's too good.
No one wants to hear us.
What we want is for you to dig up some dirt on him. There's gotta be something you can find to get rid of him.
Look, gang, I don't know. I mean, there's no law against someone being funny. Maybe he's just got something new or special or different about his humor.
It's clean.
Clean? I can't let a low-down scum like that put you guys out of work. This world's depressing enough without a few insults, slurs, and good honest laughs at other people's expense. A case like this, you take for the principal. And any favors, freebies, and groupie phone numbers you can throw my way.
We'll give you some fake vomit and a whoopee cushion.
Throw in an ice cube with a fly in it, and you got yourself a deal. I love these things. I can't wait to meet this guy, Corny. I'm gonna give his past a once-over he'll never forget. Get the dirt beneath the dirt. They don't call me the Dustbuster for nothing.
Who calls you the Dustbuster?
People.
Who?
Okay, no one, but after this they will.
Who will?
Never mind! Wow, you hear that, Corny? Those guys were right. This guy must be incredible. Let's go see.
A differently abled person goes to a medical caregiver of indeterminate gender, and the caregiver says, "Why do you have a penguin on your head? They're endangered."
Funny.
This must be some kind of joke, because that sure wasn't.
It's all going according to plan.
I can't believe you thought that guy was funny. I had math classes funnier than him, and I couldn't even sleep through this. I gotta find something that'll take him down. Chances are he won't talk to a detective, so I brought a disguise. Voila! Not bad, huh?
Hey, where'd Duckman go? I was just talking to him and suddenly, poof, he was gone, and a complete stranger was standing in his place.
Fine, make mock if you like. But this is perfect. People open doors for reporters, they won't open for anyone else.
If you're a reporter, I'm not opening the door. Kidding. I heard what you said. It screamed for a payoff. Come in, mister.
Duckman, Duckman N. Disguise. And this is my assistant.
Pat Corcoran.
That's the best you could do. We're reporters for the Sun, Sentinel, Globe, Tribune, Times, Herald, Picayune.
So much for their front page. But seriously, last time I talked to a reporter, he said, "Any words for the press?" And I said, "Yeah, get a real job." 1, 2, 3. But hey, enough about you. Mo Needleman, formerly the Wizard of One-Liners on the Borscht Belt circuit, now Iggy Catalpa's personal manager and all-round yenta.
Huh?
It's Yiddish. An older generation of comics uses it to further distance itself from a young audience.
Ah.
Young schmung. Comedy changes, but funny never does. Ask me about my date to the senior prom.
What happened with your date to the senior prom?
She canceled to go to a wedding. Her own. Boom. I said, "What? You can't do both?" Boom. Funny 40 years ago. Funny now. What am I, talking in tongues? You're looking at me like my Aunt Sophie did when I told her I was playing hide the Kriplock with a shiksa. Boom. Which reminds me, can you believe those airlines?
Needleman, take a breather. We're here to do a story on Iggy.
You never heard of warming up a crowd? Igala, we have people. Come, join.
Hi, everyone. Look what Mo got me. It's a robe with my initials on it. Gee, this is the best gift I ever got, assuming no animals were killed to make it.
Course not. The ones they used was already dead. But I want to tell you, Iggy, this is Mr. Corcoran and Mr. Disguise. They're reporters, and they want to do a story on you.
On me? That's even neater than the robe. No offense to the gift, of course. There's no reason to praise the story by tearing down the robe's self-esteem.
Such bilk as I get from him, couldn't you just plots?
Yeah, all over the carpet. I've got some questions for Iggy. Subtlety is the key to getting the dirt we want, Corny. So, Iggy, it must be a bit heady basking in all this glory, especially after your earlier days as a male hustler, was it?
What?
Not to mention those run-ins with the authorities over that baby-selling ring.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And what about that story linking you to the international drug cartel?
Mo, what's he doing?
A smear job, kid, but he's wasting his ink. He lives as clean as he works, Disguise, and that's why he's going all the way to the top. I've seen them all, and Iggy's the best there's ever been.
What are you, nuts? What about Foulmouth Jackson? Billy Bananas Bonetti? Or how about when Spooky Dan used to hit Officer Barry with a flaming axe? Oh, boy, that was comedy.
They didn't last, and you know why? Because you didn't feel better when it was over. There's only one way I can explain it. Tickle the ivories.
I spent a year and a half in the tiki room at the Toledo Holiday Inn.
Play, Gypsy, play! There's a wild, funny feeling that you feel inside when it comes bubbling out. Ha ha! It sends your senses reeling. It can't be denied, and it comes spurting out. Ha ha! Take all the world's money, increase it by half, then offer it to me. I'd still rather laugh. There's no bigger pisser than a pie in the kiss as it comes gushing out. Ha ha!
Does it aim to please?
Ha ha!
Is it always in threes?
Ha ha ha! When life gets too tough for me and deals bad stuff for me, it's more than enough for me to laugh. People are filled with hate and burdened by sorrow's weight, so please, if it's not too late, just laugh.
It's the only reaction to the thunderous din when you can't help yourself.
Ha ha! It's a self-satisfaction. If you have it, you win. So get off of the shelf. Ha!
Winners and losers, through pleasure and pain. Just love Michigas, Hosta Mul Gazane.
From Maine to Kathmandu,
This man and that man too. Can't do without, can you?
Ha ha!
It's the antidote. For your rant, you'll note that you can't, you don't, often panned by rote. When laughter takes over, you're rolling in clover. It's comedy. And they call it ha ha. Now do you get it?
Hi, Duckman. You're home late.
That's it? No zinger about what a lousy father I am? No one-liner about how either I just walked in or a garbage truck overturned in our living room?
Iggy Catalpa says insult humor's passé.
Atu, Bernice! What's happening here? This guy's taking over. He's everywhere.
Excuse us, Mr. Disguise.
I'm even starting to hear his voice in my own home.
Iggy! Howdy, pre-adults. I love performing for young people, especially if they're duly capitated.
This is where you say, do you know what time it is? And I say, time to get a new lock on your door. Try to keep up. But seriously, forgot to give you these back at the club. 2 backstage passes to my boy's maiden appearance next week on Drum Roll, Please, the Late Night Tonight Show.
All right. Mr. Catalpa, may I say what a joy it is to see someone like you succeed using humor that doesn't degrade anyone who's the slightest bit different from himself.
All right. Like I was the only one to laugh at the joke about the gay midget with a cleft palate.
Morris Needleman, Iggy's mentor, but you can call me Mo, as in Mo Knows Comedy.
Oh, Mo knows charm, too.
Mo's gonna want to know a good lip doctor when he finds out where that hand's been.
Speaking of disgusting, why did the congressperson almost regurgitate? Because he or she got inebriated on power. I usually don't do satire.
Pardon me, Tsatskala. May we use your bathroom?
That joke usually does so well.
The joke's fine, you're just running a little low.
If you think I'm so funny, how come I gotta drink this stuff?
Audiences are stupid. You gotta force them to like the right things. Now get out there and murder them with laughter. And speaking of laughter, the last laugh's gonna be on you, Duckman.
And he turned to her and he said, "Well, ma'am, it's better than a pubic hair in your Coke." Not, of course, the kind of joke meant for our constituents. For what is our job, if not to legislate a different set of standards for our citizens than we set for ourselves? The answer lies in the Iggy Act, which states that all jokes told publicly must be as nice as Iggy's.
But wouldn't that violate the constitutional right to free speech?
Thank heavens for Whiteout.
Iggy. It's driving me out of my mind. Every single person I know loves him, and he isn't funny. Funny as a wiffle ball bat in the gazongas, or a little super glue on a toothbrush, or this all-occasion pocket insulter.
Put a sock on it and slam it in a door. Put a sock on it and slam it in a door.
Actually, I find the politically correct Iggy Catalpa pocket comforter much funnier.
We sometimes disagree, but it doesn't mean we can't hug. We sometimes disagree, but it doesn't mean we can't hug.
It's over. Without laughter, I don't know what's left. I might as well go backstage, wish him luck. Maybe I could learn to like him. Why's that penguin on your head? They're endangered. Oh, boy. What's the use? I still don't get him. I never will.
Eagler, go autograph some pictures for those orphans. So, Duckman, now that you've seen my secret, it's me, your arch nemesis, King Chicken.
Whoa! Why are you strapping me down? What are you gonna do to me?
Relax. You've got the best seat in the house.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but I don't swing that way.
No, you simpering idiot. You still don't see, do you? I did all this for you. When we were school children together, it was you who taunted me, who humiliated me, who got the other children to laugh at me. But things have changed. You're the outcast now. After tonight, you'll know what it's like to have the whole world laugh and to not be able to laugh with it.
But how?
Do you ever wonder what makes someone funny?
Hey, what happens?
Likeability! I created a formula that gives its user instant charisma. One gulp, and that walking oatmeal seemed like a comic genius. No one could resist him, except you.
Of course, because I was too worldly and sophisticated to be so easily duped.
No, because you were such a moron. You took the antidote for the formula. Only you would fall for that idiotic do-it-yourself home physical I sent for that phony baloney life insurance company, taking that so-called pill that did absolutely nothing for your high blood pressure.
You mean I'm not insured?
God, but you're an imbecile. Well, 3 minutes to showtime. Consider this concert one last bit of misery before I come back and finish you off.
Hope I like the warm-up act.
Mind if I sit with you, gorgeous?
Help! 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 Help!
Let me get you out of there.
Wow, yelling help never works.
I'm non-union.
It's time for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Iggy, wait!
Hey, Mo, Mr. Disguise told me everything, and I don't think it's very...
Get out there, you schmendrin! The red liquid's my intelligence formula!
I know you all came here to see Iggy Catalpa because you think he's funny, because you like his style, because you just plain like him, right? Yeah! But you just think you do, because you were manipulated into thinking you do. By him, King Chicken. He did it the same way they manipulate us into buying toothpaste, car wax, even politicians. All prepackaged, the least offensive, most appealing alternative. But it's precisely when humor is offensive that we need it most. Comedy should provoke. It should blast through prejudices, challenge preconceptions. Comedy should always leave you different than when it found you.
The rebel seems roused.
Sure, humor can hurt, even alienate. But the risk is better than the alternative. A steady diet of innocuous, childproof, flavorless mush. Demand to be challenged, to be offended, to be treated like thinking, reasoning adults. And raise your children to be the same. Don't let a comedian, a network, a congressional committee, or an evil genius take away your freedom to laugh at whatever you want.
Exit stage left. Don't think you've seen the last of me yet, Duckman.
Wow, dog.
That was incredible. I never heard you be so passionate and eloquent.
Yeah, well, it was because I accidentally swallowed King Chicken's intelligence formula.
The stuff I was drinking? Actually, Mr. Disguise, that was just cherry soda.
Look, Iggy, I'm sorry I had to expose him like that and bring your world crashing down around you.
Me too. Well, guess it's time to move on to my lesbian jokes. Hey, whatever works.
I think everything's gonna be all right. Boom, 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 boom. When it comes bubbling up, ha ha. Ba-boom-da-boom.